Hi there, I'm Alex Major.
And I'm Maryam Shaban from the Indian Hill Tonight Show. It's Friday, March 18th, 2016. In news, Republican Donald Trump and Democrat Bernie Sanders swept to thumping outsider victories in New Hampshire primary on Tuesday, seizing the fury of grassroots voters to rock the elites who control American politics. Ohio Governor John Kasich, whose aspirational conservative message contrasts with Trump's populist rhetoric, surged to a surprise second place in the GOP race.
Trump, a brash businessman and reality TV star who has never run for office, and Sanders, a self-declared democratic socialist, were both seen as long-shot outsiders when they launched their campaigns. Their victories reflect deep bipartisan anger at professional politicians and suggest that both the Democratic and Republican races will now be long struggles that could stretch well into the spring. Also, the tightly bunched race behind Trump on the Republican side could set up an intriguing clash between Rubio, Kasich, and Bush in the next battleground of South Carolina, which favors a much more hard-knuckled brand of politics than New Hampshire, now in world news.
Sources say that Abdullahi Abdisalam Borla, a Somali citizen, is suspected to have carried a laptop computer with a bomb concealed inside onto the plane. The source said Borla apparently knew precisely where to sit and how to place the device to achieve the most possible damage. The explosion created a hole right above the left wing of the plane. Investigators believe that this event was orchestrated by Al-Qaeda, and if the blast had occurred at any higher altitude, it could have destroyed the first fuel tank and blown up the rest of the plane. Looks like the world has one more thing to worry about. Now for sports.
An anticipated showdown between an old-style quarterback and his new-age counterpart, not to mention two top-seeded teams degenerated into a morass of poor throws, drop passes, and horrible pass protection with a combined 6 turnovers and 18 penalties. This 50th edition of the Super Bowl was meant to be entertaining, even historic, but perhaps the moment was for the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning, the twilight of his career. And the upstart-favored Carolina Panthers represented in every way by their astonishing quarterback Cam Newton.
In a grinding, lackluster game, the Broncos, a team whose backbone is a thumping, ferocious defense, prevailed 24-10 on Sunday. The game might prove the last of the Manning's career, but it will most certainly not be his best remembered. He completed 13 of 23 passes for only 141 yards with no touchdowns, an interception, and a loss of fumble. Further in sports.
Cam Newton, one of America's most famous NFL players known for his speed and QB rating, was harassed and sacked uncontrollably in the Super Bowl 50 game. He was sacked 6 times, fumbled when the large defender Von Miller knocked him to the turf, and yet he still managed to make some amazing passes. But the humiliation came after the game. During the post-game interview, Newton decided to act like a 13-year-old boy, instead of the 26-year-old he was. His teammates answered the painful questions that he too was in a mature manner, yet Cam Newton just walked in late, slouched in his chair, and put his hood over his face and barely gave real answers. Check out this clip.
We'll be back. Ron said Denver 2 years ago had a tough time. They bounced back. You take that to heart when you look at it. No.
Can you put a finger on what
Got outplayed, bro.
How the game really went for this powerful quarterback, we'll never know. Now in entertainment.
Star Wars should bring its domestic total to about $880 million, meaning that the magic $900 million mark will be crossed towards the end of next week.
Star Wars will end with around $120 million in what is the world's second biggest movie-going market. Its current worldwide total is at around $1.9 billion worldwide, or about $880 million away from Avatar. Check out this clip.
I'm no one.
I was raised to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for. The dark side. A Jedi.
The film still became the biggest movie ever in America by such a wide margin that it'll end up among the biggest tickets sold hits of all time. Next in entertainment. The Keeping Up with the Kardashian star Khloe Kardashian and NBA player James Harden, the power couple of the Southwest, have officially broken up. But the real question is, what went wrong? Although the distance may have been a real struggle, the star stated on the topic of the couple that, "We are good. We are all good." She said this less than a month before the breakup, and Us Weekly was the first to post about the news. According to their source, quote, "Nothing really bad happened between them. They just barely saw each other the past few months and it died out. Looks like Khloe's on the lookout for a new man once again."
That's all for now at the News Center. I'm Alex Major reporting for Indian Hill Tonight Show.
And I'm Maryam Shaban.
Have a great day, everyone.